All right, welcome back to the channel. This video is about the Mesa Badlander 100 and the Legendary Tones Mr. Scary Hot Mod. I'm not holding it because it's already in the amp, and I already put it in. I don't want to take it out. That's what she said. Wait, that's what he said? I don't know. Either way, it's not coming out. That's what she said. I'll just go on all day. Anyway, so yeah, what I want to do is just kind of take a look at the hot mod and how it affects the Badlander. There's a few other videos on YouTube, a few other channels rather, that have done videos where they have taken a look at how the hot mod affects the Badlander in like a live situation, live playing setting. So I thought it would be kind of cool to take a look at it in a mix and see how, it changes the sound and if it changes where it sits in the mix or anything like that, and just see if it's audible. I mean, it totally affects the sound. And you notice it when you're playing, it's more articulate, like to dial up the hot mod and then dial the gain back on the amp, and then you get to keep that articulation but still keep some of that sizzle, some of that really nice sounding gain. So pretty much we're doing the same thing, but we're going to take a look at how it sounds in a mix. So I reamped a song with the Badlander without the hot mod and then with the hot mod. And we're going to A/B them, listen to them in the mix, listen to them solo, so we can see what it sounds like, and then we will reconvene after. So let's just get into it, man. All right, so what did you think? Was it noticeable? Was there a drastic change? So when I reamped the Badlander without the hot mod, I put a drive in front. I put an OD in front of the amp because it needs one. When I reamped with the hot mod, at first I tried it without the overdrive, and it sounded good. It sounded good, but the overdrive just kind of pushed it to the next level. So I thought, well, you know, I should probably add an overdrive as well. So I did, as you heard. Now, one of the things that I noticed is that regardless of whether the hot mod is in the amp or not, in a mix setting, it needs an overdrive in front for anything on the heavier side, like death metal, black metal, or any other variation of the more extreme metals. You're going to want a drive in front of an amp. I mean, the only amp that I think that can get away without having a drive is the Bogner Uber Ultra, because that is just like a god-tiered amp. But this amp is pretty sweet too, but it does need a drive. Even with a hot mod, I thought it needed a drive as well, so then it kind of defeats the purpose of having the hot mod in the amp if you're going to run a drive in front of it anyway, unless you just want ungodly amounts of gain. So it's worth saying, when I recorded the amp without the Mr. Scary mod, I was in the Crush channel. Now, when I had the Scary mod in there, I was in the Crunch channel. But either way, tell me what you think. I want to know if you heard a difference or if you thought the hot mod was worth it in the recording. I still think it's sweet. The hot mod turns this amp into an absolute fire breather. And another thing worth noting too is that it has that bass switch on the mod, so you can get a more full sound, which I know a lot of people thought that this amp was kind of lacking. Like, that was one of the original complaints about this amp. But either way, let's hear it in the comments. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time.